Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm Dee.
I'm E.
And today we're going to be talking to you guys about a subject that nobody wants to talk about. I'm sorry. I really am sorry to do this to y'all. But we're going to talk about it. Jada Pinkett-Smith.
Oh.
I know. So, okay. The View's Anna Navarro calls out Jada Pinkett-Smith and Will Smith's separation reveal unseemly. So according to E! News, Anna Navarro is giving fans her view on Jada Pinkett-Smith and Will Smith's separation. After Jada revealed she and Will privately parted ways in 2016, The View co-host shared what she really thinks of Jada's admission. Quote, "Why do I know so much about these people's marriage?" Girl, that's everybody's question. Anna said on October 11th episode of the show, quote, "Like literally, I kind of feel like I know more about their marriage than I know about my own damn marriage." Preaching to the choir. The 51-year-old noted she'd rather watch reruns of Will's movie Bad Boys and his 90s sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air than hear more about his marital status with Jada. Preach! "Just leave this out of my head," she continued. "I don't need to know all of this." However, not all the View co-hosts agreed with Anna's remarks. Joy Behar pointed out a lot of people are fascinated by this particular couple. In fact, Sunny Hostin noted she was one of them, especially given the 2022 Oscars incident, which Will slapped Chris Rock for making a joke about Jada's bald head when she lived with alopecia. I didn't mean to say it like that, y'all. Maybe. "I don't think anybody knows what goes on in any marriage," Sunny added. "They've lived very public lives, and the slap heard around the world, I definitely thought was a reaction of Will sort of, I guess, protect her honor somehow."
All right. So still, Anna questioned the timing of Jada, who is releasing her memoir Worthy on October 17th. So a few days ago, maybe a week ago when we post this video, sharing these insights. So Anna said, listen up. All right. This is me being a little ratchet. I think she's having a relationship with her bank account, she said. Because every time she needs to increase the ratings of her Red Table Talk, every time she needs to sell a book, she drops these bombshells. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Tell me.
I can't find it nowhere.
I find it unseemly. And I will tell you this. Be careful of anyone who pretends to have a perfect marriage. End quote.
Sure.
However, Joy called the move smart, and Sunny said Jada was brave for sharing her story in her memoir. I think it has less to do with money, she says. She has plenty of money. Ultimately, Anna couldn't believe Jada and Will kept the secret for so long. You mean to tell me, I feel like, channeling my inner Anna Navarro. You mean to tell me he slapped the ish out of Chris Rock, ruined his career, got banned from the Oscars, swept all this drama, and they're not even schlupping, having relations? She wrote in her Instagram stories, not for 7 years. Mm-hmm. As for the reason Jada and Will stayed tight-lipped, I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in a partnership in regards to how we present that to the people. The 52-year-old told Hoda in today's October 11th clip from the upcoming Jada story and NBC News special, and we hadn't figured it out.
Okay. This might shock y'all a little bit, but I'm going to give Jada some props. I said I'm going to shock you, right? Listen, Linda. Because Jada and Britney Spears have revived the book market, y'all. They have revived it. Because who's been talking about books for how many years have people really been focused on books? Aside from last year and everybody being about Colleen Hoover, It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us. Aside from
Spare. Everybody was all in a tiffy about it.
Yeah, but nobody really was going to read it. Not really. It was just more about being nosy. But here we are. Not only are people being nosy, but they actually want to read some of these things. They done brought books back. And I'm very excited because I'm a book nerd. I love reading. I got to pre-order my Britney Girls video. Book. I'm not doing that with Jada, though. Don't expect any kind of book review for Jada. But I will give you a Britney book review.
Why not? Why aren't you reading Jada's book? Provide us with that insight.
At this point, I know everything about that woman's life. Maybe all I'm missing is her gynecological records, and I don't need to know that. Exactly. I know enough. I don't want to know more. I've been subjected to enough. Why would I put myself through that? But okay, so now that I've given her props, I get where Anna's coming from. 7 years. And now you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that feels odd. And it's just kind of like, I mean, it makes sense. You know, of course, you're going to wait until you have a project coming out to really, like, you know, garner some interest, some buzz. That's what people do. It's like the Real Housewives of Potomac. They're not going to talk about certain things until they're filming. Why? Because that's how they get the buzz, you know? So I just think, like, it makes sense on a business level, business standpoint. But I don't want to know anymore. I'm good.
I just wish we would have found out, maybe. I mean, I'm acting like they care about our thoughts. But I wish I would have found out when that whole entanglement issue came about.
I know.
Because, you know, I was reading a few articles and it was like, okay, you know, I guess everybody demonized Jada.
Yeah.
You know, and saying, you know, you're a little, you know, whole bunch of names or whatever. Because you're over there cheating on Will and blah, blah, blah. And I guess there have been some questionable things, you know. Right. But if they would have just came out with the truth, hey, you know, right then and there, it's like, oh, okay, well, he wasn't really cheating.
Right.
You know, they could do their thing. They're trying to figure it out, or they took a break, or, you know, something like that. Not after, I guess, the series of events after that whole entanglement issue, like the Oscar slap, this Oscar issue, which I think is enormous. And I'm surprised people haven't really like spoken about how impactful that thing is going to be for his career.
Right. Because if you don't relate him to the slap, you relate him to Jada and her word vomit. Like, it is very impactful.
I don't even know how the Red Table Talk became like a confessional. Like, I initially I liked the idea of the Red Table Talk, and it's like, okay, 3 generations. I think I saw some episodes. I'm trying to remember like which ones, to be honest. But you know, there was a few that were pretty good, and then it just turned into a fiasco.
Oh, dang!
I feel like when Will comes in and be like, "Hey, yeah, I cheated on you, ha ha ha," and we're figuring it out, and we're doing great, you know, and you know, it's just weird to me. I don't know. And even the kids came out and said that they wish that they didn't know some of the marital problems that their parents had. Yeah. You know, so that sucks.
I know. There was an interview that Jada did. I can't remember with who, but apparently during that whole entanglement episode of the Red Table Talk, she was planning on telling the truth. But she said that Will
wasn't ready,
and he wasn't ready. And so she was willing to take the brunt of, you know, the media storm and all of the negative stuff that would come towards her. So when she puts it like that, it kind of made me feel bad for her in that moment, because she respected his feelings enough to just go ahead and like
take it
the secret. Yeah.
Why did they even have to address it to begin with? Like, they don't address
it. I think she said something as to why, but it probably, the reason she was going to address it was to say the fact that they weren't together anymore. And then because he changed his mind, it just didn't go down that way. And so it came about to be something else. And And so recently, I think within the last day or so, Will said how he supports Jada. That's his best friend, and he's always going to stand up for her and support her. So in hearing that, it makes me think, okay, the slap happened not necessarily because she's his wife, but because she's his friend, his best friend. And that I understand. Because I will go and slap somebody real quick. It's not a problem.
We know. We know.
So that we don't condone violence, blah blah blah. Allegedly, all the stuff, all the legalese. So I get that, and I feel like a lot of the talking points after the slap happened was, well, that's his wife. He's got to defend her. He's got to stand up for her. But people were using that against him, like, well, she's dragged you, she's embarrassed you, she cheated on you, da 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 da. But people didn't know that they weren't even together. And therefore, what he was doing was not really standing up for his wife, but standing up for the mother of his children, for his best friend. Like, that makes a lot more sense. That, to me, is more understandable. And yeah, like, maybe he has been going through some stuff. Because I want to say that, like, the kids, when there was some kind of alleged response from them, that they know he's been going through a lot within the last couple of years. So, like, this is all apparently, like, just ballooned into something more. And it's got to be tough for him, being one of, like, Hollywood's, like, biggest actors for so long and beloved. Like, it wasn't just that he was, like, people's, like, loved seeing his movies. People loved him. So to turn from being this beloved actor to a pariah within one night, like, that had to have messed with him. And I know that he'd already been going through, like, his own, mental health issues. So a lot of this stuff, like, makes sense now. And as much as I don't want to hear Jada and I don't want to hear any more her revelations, in a way, like, a lot of this stuff is making sense. Like, it's adding up to me now, And so it's like, nobody's a victim in this scenario. Everybody played a role. And it sucks because at the end of the day, they both got bashed for basically just being there for one another.
You summed it up. At the end of the day, Will came out, saying, I think it was with Jay. There was a podcast with Jada and Jay, and I think she was reading, he was reading, like, an excerpt from Will's book.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't remember the lingo, but it was something that she got teary eyed about. And then Jada says, "See, that's why I can't divorce that sucker." So I think everything that we're figuring out, yeah, I don't like Jada. I've never liked her from day one. I still don't like her. But they're just celebrating Gammy's 70th birthday together.
Yeah.
We saw a picture on Instagram. He says that that's his best friend. He's going to support her no matter what. You know what that tells me? Or what that should tell the world? Nobody knows what's going on in the marriage. And we should just stay out of it. Even though we got opinions, because I got all of them, I'm going to just stay out of it. Jada, don't tell me nothing else, though, because it's pissing me off. I don't want to know about your alopecia. I don't want to know nothing about Tupac. I don't want to know anything about Rikers, your thoughts, table talk, your future projects. I don't want to know anything about you.
Or the color red.
Oh, but I will mention, I saw on the internet that Will and Jada are probably thinking of doing a joint book called Don't Try This at Home. And I think they're trying to work at their relationship again. I can't. Why did they put us through this? And now we got to deal with our parents being, like, in this state of, like, are we getting back together? Are we not? Kind of thing. That's just weird. It's too much. Too much.
It really is.
But ultimately, I guess whatever works for them works for them. And maybe they needed this break and all these things to come out to have a new phase of their relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe this is all about money, because why are you thinking about doing other books if,
This is true. It's weird. It's all just weird. But
yeah, it does feel like Will had a fall from grace. Will and
Yeah.
Grace.
Oh
So
my
funny.
gosh.
It does feel like that, and it's kind of sad. He was one
It
of my
is. Yeah.
he was one of my favorite actors. So I mean, hopefully they like it. I love it. Hopefully whatever works out for them works out for them.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah.
guys, let us know what you think in the comments about this. Are we tired of Jada's revelations? What do we think about Will's supporting her or slapping Chris Rock
Yeah.
because she's the biffle? You know, I don't know.
Again.
Do y'all forgive y'all significant others for entanglements and pretend like everything's okay, or let somebody take the hit for you because you're not ready to reveal XYZ kind of things? Let us know in the comments.
It's a lot.
If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community. As you can see, we have a lot of thoughts. We're going to voice them always. Sometimes it's not so eloquent. Sometimes we're really profound. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're trying to grow our community. So if you share our video, your friends could be our friends. We could all be friends. We also have social media, which Theo will tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out, DNE. So make sure you guys also follow us there. Like, comment, share. We enjoy having you guys as part of our community.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.